coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that time the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. The Nittany Lions are on the move. A run for the quarterback. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Might be changing the route. Looking to pass. It's Lynch. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
And the Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. The quick out. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To throw, it's Lynch. The throw to the outside is complete.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick handoff. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The Nittany Lions started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They go to the ground. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. There's a reason they call it linebacker U, and class is in session getting that sack.
I mean, big-time playmakers at the linebacker spot all throughout their history that know how to get to quarterbacks and know how to make big-time plays.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to the running game. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And the Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quickly complete. They'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
3rd down play from the gun. Just a short pass to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now they take the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Calls his own number. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. The hand to the running back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Lynch. It's complete on the right side. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
You know, and I think a more accurate throw gives him a chance to catch that in stride, turn upfield, and get the first down. He was able to pluck it out of the air, get his foot down and bounce, but now it sets up 4th and short.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Got the first down, looking for more.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Dropping back, it's Lynch. Quickly complete.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Handoff to the lone back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first three periods.
34.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Quarterback making checks. Now from inside the red zone. Zings it complete to the right. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance. There he goes! Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Trying to set up the screen. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Back to pass, it's Lynch. Quick completion on the out. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways. They haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play. It's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground.
Handoff to the single back. Oh, he's got some space. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looks as if he's going to run it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Lynch. He's got it on the run. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock with the run on first and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Washington State ran roughshod over the competition en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off-play action on first down. Makes the grab. It's Lowry. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
The Gators want to crank the tempo.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Florida! Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We'll see how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Lynch. He's got him. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Pulls it in. Caught, and he's close to the 1st down on the nice pickup there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead. You've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Avila. That's reeled in, it's Hart. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Offense set on 1st down. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this is an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.